Hello, this is Neil Baum from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I would like to share with you the second part of a two-part video on barriers to enter and exit a urologic practice. In the last video, I covered barriers to entry of a urologic practice. In this video, I will discuss reasons to keep your patients within your practice. The goal of any practice that wants to keep their patient is to make sure that the patient has a positive experience with the practice and will be able to spread that word and tell others about that positive experience. I'd like to begin by quoting Neil Armstrong on barriers to exit. And he said, when you go to the moon, it only has two problems: how to get there and how to get back. The take-home message is you don't want to ride to the moon until you have solved or find solutions to both of those problems. To prevent patients from leaving the practice, you want to have an up-to-date website and communicate with your patients on social media. This means continuously adding good content onto your website. At least this should be done twice a month. Patients will prevent leaving the practice if you can provide them with online scheduling. This is particularly advantageous and attractive to millennials. Patients want to have their prescriptions written in the office, sent to the pharmacy, so when they arrive at the pharmacy, the prescription is ready. Patients want to communicate with their physician, either phone, email, or text messaging. Patients are not interested in playing phone tag. Patients are interested in participating and communicating with their physician using telemedicine. They want to have access to their medical records on a secure portal. Time has arrived that you need to share with your patients the prices that you are charging your patients. They are paying large amounts of money in premiums and in deductibles. And so you need to be able to estimate for a patient what the cost of a first visit would be and what the cost would be of imaging and lab testing. Patients are interested in same-day appointments. You want to be able to accommodate patients on the same or next day, and this becomes very important, particularly to millennial patients. Patients are not interested in long waits in the reception area in the exam room. Anything longer than 15 minutes is going to be a barrier to exit. Anything less than 15 minutes will make your practice attractive. It is important that every patient who has a procedure or is discharged from the hospital receives a call from the practice, because these patients have questions about their medication, their next appointment, their dressings, diet, do's and don'ts, and they may not have had all of those questions answered prior to discharge. I think it's important that you make it possible for patients to have parking easily accessible to them near the practice. And I think it's such a nice gesture to be able to pay for their parking. Patients want to get lab testing and imaging tests performed in the same office where they have their history and physical and have their doctor-patient relationship. Insurance is very confusing to patients. An explanation of benefits is very difficult for patients to understand. Make it easy for them to get assistance with their insurance from the practice. If you have patients that are speaking languages other than English, it is very attractive to those patients if you have a on-site translation service. Finally, make visible or obvious your USP, your unique service proposition. This is what differentiates you from other practices in the community or in the region. In the next video, I'm going to talk with you about the concept of branding and how you can differentiate your practice from others in the area or in the region. Bottom line is you want to eliminate the negative barriers and you want to build barriers for positive reactions from patients and prevent them from leaving the practice. I hope you have found this video helpful and useful. I have written a white paper on barriers, entry and exit, and I'll be happy to share it with you if you contact me at the email address on this last slide. Thank you.